Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is the most disturbing videos on the internet today. Let's dive in.
Guys, I finally found it. This is the old Fruit of the Loom logo. More than likely, the millennials, the older generation are going to remember this. There's a lot of people that are going to watch this video that remember this specific logo. However, this is the current Fruit of the Loom logo, and they deny that this was ever the logo for Fruit of the Loom. Now, I remember very specifically this being the logo, and there's a lot of other people that are going to agree with me. Look at this. Yes, Fruit of the Loom has explicitly stated in their logo has never included a cornucopia. And when we talk about the Mandela effect, this is a big part of it. There's a lot of people who remember old logos containing different things, and now they're not like that anymore. Timeline shifting or jumping. If you guys remember this logo specifically, let us know in the comments down below. This is another example. I always remember the Monopoly guy having the monocle. However, they deny that it ever had the monocle. This is what it is now. But I always remember it being this with the monocle. Again, let us know what you remember in the comments down below. You guys remember the Flintstones? It was never the Flintstones, but now it's the Flintstones. Was it the Flintstones or the Flint? Okay, I remember the Flintstones specifically. What did you remember? This is 100% what this used to be. Let's not get it twisted. And don't forget to like, share, and follow for more hidden truth. Peace and love.
They definitely had the cornucopia back on the Fruit of the Loom. What? In the monocle? The monocle? On the Monopoly guy? That was on Ace Ventura. You know, he was like, well, the Monopoly man, you know? CERN done got our timeline all jacked up and shifted. It's getting out of hand. They letting too much dark matter in.
So the Giza power plant, I described the Great Pyramids. It reacted to the Earth vibration.
How does it work?
And it was tuned harmonically to the vibrations of the Earth. Through that, they were able to stimulate electron flow in the central granite chamber and produce microwave energy. Proportions tuned harmonically to the vibrations of the Earth.
It's creepy that they knew about this technology this whole entire time and haven't said anything. How extraordinary is this shot? You got the sun right in between this. What is this? South Gate? Angkor Wat? This is a must-see. Where is this located? Cambodia's insignia of Angkor Wat. So that's the city, I guess. Very extraordinary.
What's so creepy is that the North Pole in that old ancient map, there's more to it. So there's this satellite image from the ESA 7 satellite. This was in 1968. It was like the first visual of Earth via satellite.
What the heck?
Okay, well then this was from Google Earth.
It's the hole to the center of the Earth.
And then this was released by NASA, I believe, 80s or 90s. You're not allowed to fly over the North Pole. But Admiral Byrd did. Apparently he had his secret diary. And then when he died, his son got it. And then when his son was trying to publish the stuff in it, he died. But Admiral Byrd talks about when he went to explore the North Pole, there was an entry to inner Earth, like hollow Earth. And he describes it as being in the Earth, lush green land beyond the ice, mammoth-like creatures, a technology advanced civilization, and meeting with a being called the Master. But apparently this Master gave Admiral Byrd this message.
You see, we have never interfered before in your race's wars of barbarity, but now we must, for you have learned to tamper with a certain power that is not for man, namely the atomic energy. You see, our culture and science is many thousands of years beyond your race. You, my son, must return to the surface of the world with this message.
Cool.
If you're enjoying this video, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button because we do these videos every single day. And I'd love to see you tomorrow. So let's get straight back into the action. kind of creepy looking. Like a character off of Mortal Kombat or something. Look at all the writing. Look at the care they put. Look at the bezel it's hanging on. You know, they cared. What is this, a dragon mouth holding a bell? The artwork, the appreciation they had back in the day is just unmatched. This was an ancient bell in Australia. Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Have you seen this video? The 9 pillars of light were captured on camera, and this is what the government's not showing us.
Brother, ew! We're gonna get some bird sounds on this organ. Look at this water. It's not clean water. Brother, ew! We're gonna get some bird sounds on this organ. Look at this water. It's not clean water.
Are you kidding me? That was beautiful. I almost feel like it was supposed to have water inside of it. Who made this? I bet you they don't know who made this. Pipe organ. One more time, guys. That was beautiful. I want that to be my alarm clock. You got the pipe organs. That's the sound when you make it to heaven. I feel like you hear something like that, you know? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Here we have a jellyfish-like UFO. Let's take a closer look into this. Sounded like that was in China. Was this some type of organic UFO? And you're wondering why they got rid of the bells. It's because them boys was repelling demons and reptilians, the Draco Federation. They couldn't shapeshift. You know, as long as you got them things ringing, the reptilians can't shapeshift. I know. You ever watch Venom with the symbiotes? Yeah. The symbiote couldn't change because of the vibration of the bells.
Beings of the depths are slowly finding their way out, and we may be seeing the first signs. Watch this.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hasanan ka'yan. حسنا خذه في باطن هذا البئر خذه اين نزل عمي قول يا رب كيف طريق يديه شفت كيف شفت قول يا رب فيش خوف يعني قول يا رب
Some believe these creatures aren't just ancient sea life, but remnants of a forgotten age or guardians of hidden civilizations. So if they've begun to rise, then beings of the depths are slowly finding their way out.
That thing was crazy looking, the claws. I'm trying to think, what was it, an anteater under there or something?
Now, I done seen a lot of things in New York. This one has to be one of the top craziest things I done seen. Come on, man. You balancing a fridge on his head? Now, I done seen a lot of things.
Oh my goodness. I thought that was about to get tragic, but that is pretty skillful.
Imagine something that had the ability to fly in space, underwater, and in our atmosphere at 13,000 miles an hour and change directions instantly. We fly the SR-71 at 3,200 miles an hour. If you wanted to take a right-hand turn, it would take you roughly half the state of Ohio to do it. And yet what we're seeing are objects that can do 90-degree turns instantly. And we're not talking about speeds of 3,200 miles an hour. They've been clocked at over 13,000. The question arises, how is that possible?
Dang, it takes half the state of Ohio to turn going that fast? We got to do a little bit better than that. That might be us and them UFOs, man.
Is Angkor Wat temple really 900 years old? Or was it built much earlier in time? Because Angkor Wat is much, much larger than any other temples. While other Hindu temples in Cambodia are dedicated to Shiva, Angkor Wat is dedicated to Vishnu. While all other temples are built facing east, Angkor Wat is the only temple built facing west. If Angkor Wat was in fact built 900 years ago, why didn't the immediate generations build larger and grander structures? It's humanly impossible to build such a large temple within a span of just 37 years. Perhaps Angkor Wat was built much earlier in time by very advanced ancient builders. Is Angkor Wat temple?
I agree. I believe this was the same temple they used on Mortal Kombat, the original.
These farmers came across these beings in the middle of their fields. Watch this. You might think it's just folklore, but the descriptions are always the same. Tall, thin, glowing eyes, and not human, which is why these farmers came across these beings in the middle of...
They had to be skinwalkers. If you thought I didn't have an excellent specimen for you today, think again. Feast your eyes on this quartz cluster. Look at it as a little mini winter trees inside the crystals, just dancing all through it. If I had to name this piece, I would name it Frozen Winter. I would name this piece Frozen Winter Tree.
Look at this hieroglyph. It's a verb, keper, and depending on its use, it could mean to come into being, to create or be created, or to transform. Its pictogram was selected straight out of nature's playbook, a dung beetle. This magical beetle creates new life from waste. Utilizing collected dung, it creates a cocoon for its young to be buried in sand, whereupon arises a form of resurrection. Its eggs hatch and are nourished by the very cocoon they are buried in. The feces used were rolled into a perfect and polished sphere, adding art and beauty to the mix. The implications of alchemy are self-evident here. The ancient Egyptians took the mythic image a step further, creating an entire mythscape allegory for this little guy. The beetle is represented by Khepri, who generated the creative act of the physical world. Khepri rolled primal matter along the river of the underworld at night, so the sun could hatch from it each morning. The hatchling sun would grow strong to its zenith, or noon position, and then grow weaker into old age as it descended into death once again. Khepri, being not subject to corruption, was driven to repeatedly resurrect the...
For more on this, see the full episode available below.
Look at this hieroglyph. It's a verb.
Library of the Untold. Very interesting how the Khepri rolled primordial matter in the underworld to make the sun rise. if you look into the 33-degree teachings of how some people talk about the black sun, there's some type of correlation between those two. Interesting.
These are the first ever images captured in the wild of a creature first discovered a century ago.
This expedition was a 35-day long expedition. We set off from the southern tip of South America and sailed 8 days east to the South Sandwich Islands. So this is one of the most remote locations on Earth.
A team of scientists, including Dr. Michelle Taylor, taking a state-of-the-art research vessel to the Antarctic. Lurking in the depths there, and only there, the colossal squid.
The fact that we saw a teenager is perhaps unexpected because everyone's always been looking for adults. So I think it's really nice that we've seen a foot-long colossal squid. So yeah, a little baby.
Dr. Taylor and her colleagues discovering a juvenile, which one day could grow to 20 feet long and weigh over half a ton. Its distinctive hooks confirming they were indeed seeing a colossal squid. They hope finding and filming one might just be the beginning. These are the first ever images captured in the wild.
That's absolutely fascinating that they found one. That means that there's a couple out there still. Those giant Kraken, the original Kraken.
Mineral deposits left by the yearly overflow of the Nile River in the Nile Valley. The English word Egypt is derived from the Greek Aegyptos, which means Memphis. The original name in Cometian, or in ancient Egyptian, for the city of Memphis was called Hut-Ka-Ptah. Hut-Ka-Ptah means the temple of the spirit of Ptah. Mineral deposits left by the yearly.
Interesting. So we got Egyptian right here in Memphis. I believe Elon Musk said something like that. They're making a new alien deity in Memphis. The perfect little compartment to put your little quarters in to get your Aldi carts.
Did you know that in the Victorian era, if a ladybird landed on you, you were extremely lucky because it was believed that it would bring new things? Now, what I mean by that is that if a ladybird landed on your head, you'd get a new hat, and on your hands, new gloves. Maybe a ladybird landed on the original owner of this ring's finger, and then got themselves this ring made. This ring was made around the year 1880, and it's set with opals, rose-cut diamonds, and garnets. And if I say so myself, it's a truly remarkable creation. Did you know that in the Victorian era...
I keep getting attacked by them. I can't leave them alone. Ladybugs is what we call them here in the United States. You know, they be everywhere. I'm probably running to 3 a day. All right, giant doors. Did the giants or the fallen Nephilim make these giant doors? I had to. I mean, look at all these massive doors. Why so many? Oh, that's crazy.
I have several pictures and videos of petrified Nephilim. I'm going to show you guys everything I took today while in Iceland, and I'm going to save the weirdest one for last. In case you're not seeing it, it's like something crouching down. Like here's the leg, and then the head and the arms. Any guesses at what this might be? And in case you don't know what the Nephilim are, these are biblical giants. I use the Haven app for stuff like this. It's incredibly helpful for searching biblical texts for things that you're looking for. So it references Genesis 6:4 and says that the sons of God went with the daughters of humans and had children by them. It also lets us know that Enoch says that the Nephilim were giants and their fathers the fallen angels. And you can even get into things like the Book of Giants. Remember, these are apocryphal texts. They are not Gnostic texts. This one's like laying on its back. You can see the nose, the mouth, and forehead, and then the whole body. I also noticed a lot of like perfectly pyramid structures. Like, look at how smooth that edge is. That is definitely not a natural structure, in my opinion. Another pyramid shape, and it was like a perfect shape. It was a bit foggy, but this to me was a pretty clear face. But wait, because when I go down, you're gonna see feet. Look at that. I tried to record as much as I could while driving, but most of these structures have this like iron orange colored runoff. The detail in the face on this one, like the eyeballs, are crazy. I feel like this is undeniable. And it has feet. Let me know what you guys think. Are these pre-flood Nephilim and creatures and pyramids? Have you seen anything like this? Let me know in the comments. I have several pictures.
I normally see them, but I had a rough time seeing them. I mean, it's cool she out in the field firsthand, you know, boots on the ground, but I didn't see anything. I kind of saw it a little bit, that face. But drop your thoughts. Did you see something? All right, this video appears to be in some type of different language, but your boy is going to try to decipher this. Weird looking rock. I'm looking for giants off rip. I'm like, what type of giant face can I see? It's definitely a weird rock. Could that be a finger possibly pointed up? I don't know. And this cliff edge is weird. Something either got melted over here is what I'm thinking. If you made it this far, go ahead and drop the code word Saturday Night Live. Go ahead and drop Saturday Night Live in the comments. It lets me know that you're a real one and you made it this far to the end of the video. And I just want to say thank you. It means the world to me that you made it all the way to the end of the video. And I just want to say thank you. This was the most disturbing videos on the internet today. See you tomorrow.